Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a first impressions. Oh, hello. Hello. Yes, you're my love too. Say hello to everybody. Hello. Hello. Yes. Okay, can I film now? Are we done introductions? Today's video is first impressions of the new Hindash Gradient Highlighters. So I've had these for a little while and I'm well behind on like getting my shit together and getting everything done. And usually when I'm reviewing something, I would test it out for a little while before I actually sit down and film a video. But I've never met a Hindash product that I didn't like. So I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna know straight away how I feel about these first time I use them. So we're just gonna chill today, put these all over my face and probably my body as well, and see how they look. Little bit of info before we get started. So there's 3 shades. They retail for $40 US each. They are gradient highlighters. Some of them are hard to show you, but you'll be able to see this one here. It's called La Luna and it is a lavender to like translucent pearl highlight. Then we have Doll Dynasty. I have to cast shadow on these so you can see the different colors. So this one's like a pinky peach to a really beautiful gold, but when I put it like straight on, you can see how light reflective these are going to be. So I'm expecting bright and light today. And the last one is Peak Heat. So this is a bronze and you can see it goes from like a darker bronze here to a lighter bronze. I do want to start off with some swatches before I put these on my face, just so I can see what they look like, sort of the colors individually and then blended together. I don't know how it's going to come off on camera since these are so super reflective, but we're going to give it a go. I'll start with La Luna. Lavender is on this side. Oh, they feel very soft. And then we've got the pearl shade. And then I'm gonna like mix them together. We'll do one of these. On my fingers, they do look really similar. So I'm interested if I'm really gonna be able to see the difference with this one. Oh, look at how translucent it is. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm really not sure that I can quite capture the lavender in that side of the pan. But regardless, she's beautiful. I love these sort of like light reflective translucent highlighters. They tend to look really beautiful on the skin. Doll Dynasty has a much clearer gradient, so I am definitely expecting to be able to notice that. Oh, that's interesting. As I sort of wiped this side, I felt like it got a little bit darker with the coloring. Here we go. I feel like you can see the color differences there. So let's give it a swatch. So that's the peachy side. Oh my, that is a beautiful color. Oh, I do like that. It's not like pink. It really is like a beautiful peachy color. That's the gold, which again, it's got a really like beautiful translucent base. I'm just going to build that up a little bit. Hopefully, oh my God. I actually thought that might even be a little bit dark for me, but that may be the color that's like perfect for me. And this one here is the blend of the two, where you can get that little peachy hint. Oh my God, I'm so excited to put these on. And finally, we have Peak Heat. Again, this one is a little bit difficult to see. It's not an obvious like dark to sort of medium gradient in the pan, but again, when I swatch it, it comes off a little bit darker. So potentially they have not an overspray. That wouldn't be a fair statement to make, but potentially there's like a little bit of color that's sort of bled over onto either side of the pan. Yeah, you might be able to see now that this side just looks a little bit darker, but let's just swatch them and have a look. Oh yeah, that is really beautiful. It's kind of like an orangey bronze. That's very pretty. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous too. And then that's the mixture of the two there. I think the only one where I'm struggling to see a clear difference between the two sides of the gradient and the mixed color is La Luna, which is the lighter one. I might just have another swatch of this. Yeah, they just look very similar. And I think the issue is that the side that's meant to be purple still has quite a lot of like gold in it. I'm just gonna keep swatching them for a little while to see if potentially they're like some of the color from one side has bled over to the other, and maybe it's just sort of covering up some of what is meant to be the purple side. Yeah, I feel like all of those swatches look, oh, look at how beautiful it is. It like disappears and then it just sort of comes out of nowhere. I feel like it does look like there's little hints of purple in there, but it's very difficult for me to see. Let's start with Peak Heat, the darker one. I'm going to use this on my eyes because I feel like anywhere that I put it on my face, I'm not going to do it justice. This is designed for deeper skin, but you know, I got them in PR, so the whole collection was sent. So I'm going to go in with the lighter side first over here. There it is on my brush. I might zoom in a little bit so you guys can see my eyes better. And let's just go in. Oh yeah. I do have a little bit of primer on my eye and a little bit of like a matte eyeshadow just sort of in the outer corner and the crease. But I mean, you can see how it picks up on that brush and how it just lays down. Oh, it's beautiful. They're smooth, they're lovely. I'm not getting any like weird fallout either, which I love. Darker shade is going in the inner corner. Yeah, that's more like bronzy. The lighter side has a lot of like gold in it, and the deeper side has a lot of like warmy, oh my god, words, warm bronzy tones to it. Not a single speck of fallout either. And under here, I didn't powder because I was a bit concerned, you know, if I'm putting something shimmery on my eyelids, we might get some fallout and I might need to tidy up with some concealer, but that's not the case. I'm gonna move into La Luna. I feel like, can you kind of catch that purpliness? It's so interesting because I feel like I can see it in the pan, but it doesn't really like come off with swatching. Start with the purpley side, and that's what's on my brush, and I'm gonna put that on this side here just a little bit. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. No, I feel like that is really coming off as like a soft gold shade. I'm not really picking up any of the purple hints in there. Can you guys even see that? I feel like my lighting is not doing me any favors. I'm gonna go in with the like what's meant to be the sort of translucent pearly shade over here. I feel like that's a little bit hard to see because my skin is quite hydrated as it is. Please hold. I'm going to powder more so then you may be able to see. You can even see as I'm like powdering over my forehead, which is like a spotlight from the sun. Much more matte here in the center, but even after powdering over that highlight, you can kind of see the reflect there. I tend to keep my base quite dewy because, you know, dry skin, old age problem. So this is the purple side. And again, I do just feel like it's coming off quite gold with its reflect. It's a very like light gold. It's quite subtle, but it's very similar to the opposite side of the pan, which is this one here. Oh god, look at it. That's beautiful. I put a lot on, but you know, who cares? I'm gonna stick with La Luna for a little while and I'm going to like blend the two sides together. I'm not expecting too much different here, but I'm gonna use it on my brow bone. Hindash, you've done it again. Okay, let's grab Doll Dynasty. So I'm going to do the gold side as a highlight on my cheeks because now I'm kind of a bit more confident that it might not be too dark for me. It might work. And I think we'll pop this peachy side. We'll do like the décolletage and stuff. There she is. We'll start on this side. They're beautiful and they don't like overly accentuate my skin texture, which has been a big problem for me with highlighters in recent years. The formula of these is quite thin, so they sit really like flat on the skin and they reflect the light really well without like over accentuating the skin texture, which is just the best thing ever, especially like if you've got, you know, scarring from acne or you've got fine lines from aging or anything that falls in between those categories of things that we probably don't really love about our skin. These don't accentuate it. They've got that like sort of wet look, hydrated, light reflecting, like, you know, glow to them. I think they're beautiful. Okay, let's do this beautiful peachy side. New brush again. I have I'm burning through my brushes at the moment. I'm thinking I want to like pop this on my body to see how it looks. Oh. Do you see what I mean about that? Like, it's a really like beautiful thin formula that just like bounces the light. I will say that I'm noticing when I'm using like a bigger brush and I've got that sort of, you know, I'm using a sort of circular buffing motion to get it on. I am getting a little bit more flicking of the product. These do have like, you might be able to see, like it almost looks like micro fine little flaky bits of product, and maybe that's why it's sitting so flat on the skin. I'm not sure. I don't manufacture makeup, so what do I know? I just know about like the way it looks when it's on my face. I'm gonna mix those two shades together and I'm gonna do like here. See how it looks. Oh, Freya, you having a dream? What is that? That is so beautiful. The formula of these is absolutely divine. Like when the light is sort of not catching it, it just looks like skin, you know, it's not like overly pigmented. There's no like weird color stripes on my skin or anything like that. And then when the light catches it, it just like bounces right off. And it's not that overly metallic highlight. Like these feel really refined and beautiful in the way that they capture the light. I'm taking a little bit of the peachy shade from Doll Dynasty and I'm gonna risk it. I don't know, it might, I don't think it's really too dark for my skin. What's interesting about it is it does have color. I mean, you can see it here, but it's not like over the top color. It's quite subtle. You know what, screw it. Let's take the peachy side. Let's put a little bit more on my face. Oh yeah, I feel like there is a hint of like that peachy pink in there. Oh, I have all of the highlight in all of the world on my cheekbones right now. Slight hint of color, but I feel like it just kind of blends in with my blush, so it's not like, it's not over the top. I was concerned that that would be too dark for me. Usually colors like that, like when you're putting them on as a highlighter, they look a little bit dark, and especially because they end up with like a color cast, so you catch it at different angles and it looks quite dark, but because the base of these is quite translucent, it's not too bad. I love it. I think they're beautiful. I'm gonna just finish up my eyes. I need some mascara and stuff. Okay, thoughts on the Hindash Gradient Highlighters. They're gorgeous. They are what I expected them to be based on, you know, the images and things that I've seen about them online. They have a really beautiful, like, thin formula, beautiful translucent base, even in like the darker shades, you know, like it's not, although they come off quite bronzy on me, on deeper skin, you know, who they're designed for, they're going to look like a part of your skin. They're not like, you know, those like run-of-the-mill really metallic highlighters where you can tell it's like it's a powder highlight. These have beautiful light reflect and glow. They look like they could almost be a liquid or cream product on the skin. And even when, like, on my cheeks, I built them up quite heavy. You saw I put on quite a few layers of different colors. It looks beautiful. I think these are stunning. It doesn't surprise me. Hindash knows what he's doing. He obviously puts in a lot of work into, you know, his formulas and choosing his products. Apparently these highlighters had like been in the works since he bought out his gradient eyeshadow palettes, which was how many years ago? So he's obviously dedicated the time to these, and it shows because they are stunning. Just look at that glow. I'd expect nothing less from Hindash because historically what I've tried from him is just divine. I highly recommend all of his products. I think they're all fantastic, and these beautiful gradient highlighters are no different. If you're interested in trying Hindash, or you have tried Hindash and you like his products, or these tickle your fancy or whatever, like, go for it. You won't be disappointed. They are stunning. What is that? It's so pretty. It is such a pretty glow. I'm gonna leave a link to the website down below, so if you want to check it out, you can. Massive thank you to Hindash for sending these. Like, I'm so in love with them. They're so nice, and I always appreciate having the opportunity to try these things and share them with you guys. And I will say, receiving things in PR does, I mean, we can't deny that there is going to be bias there because I didn't pay for them. And I think you automatically like something more if you didn't pay for it. But I want to be perfectly clear that these, in my opinion, are beautiful. This is like peak highlight formula, especially for someone like me who is a bit older and I do have skin texture, and there's a lot of makeup products that don't work for me now that did work for me, you know, 5 or 10 years ago. If you are like young and plump and absolutely divine, then these are gonna look even better on you, in my opinion. But also, if you are more in my age category, these are something that you could consider for that gorgeous glow and not accentuating things that you maybe don't want to accentuate, which is a big thing for me as I age and, you know, I adapt my makeup to suit who I am now. Even when I, like, you know, really scrunch up, you can see, like, it's not overly making those fine lines look significantly worse. And I have so much highlighter on in that area. Like, I really went overboard. Even the lines, like, on my forehead, above my brows, which, I mean, you can see, like, they're there. But I don't feel like they're made particularly worse. And usually that's what highlighters do. They highlight things. Just look at that glow on the body as well. I'm so gonna be using these. I'm starting to get a little bit of like summer color. So I reckon this bronze one is also gonna be making an appearance on my shoulders and my legs in the very near future. Well done, Hindash. Thank you again. I love these. They're beautiful. Highly recommend that you guys check them out if you are interested. I want to say a massive thank you to my channel members. I really appreciate your support and I appreciate everyone who is joining me to watch this today. I'm going to leave it there and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.